Hi, it's Alison from Happy Soul, and as you can see, I'm sat in my car. I had an inspiration to do a video to address a lot of the emotions that are coming up for us here in Australia to do with the bushfires. So the emotions that are coming up, certainly for me, are feeling afraid. So there's fear. I feel sometimes trapped because I've not been going out as much and doing my walks in nature. And of course, one of the other really big ones is I feel really sad. Sad for the people who've lost their homes, even for people who've lost their lives, for the firefighters who are relentlessly working, and this has been going on for about 3 months, so you can imagine how exhausted they are. And of course, last but not least, all the wildlife and how we know the wildlife is suffering so badly right now. So I'd like to address some of that because as we know, well, as a lot of us know, fear creates a vibration which is really not good for healing, not good for healing the body, because we're breathing in pollution at the moment. We want to be able to heal ourselves from that. But we don't want fear to also be the vibration that is in the air and give that negative vibration back to the planet. Because when we have a lot of fear for the planet, which is genuine right now, it's just creating more fear. So let's see if we can just do a few minutes of tapping to help you personally with what you're going through with some of these emotions to do with the bushfires. So please take responsibility for yourself. I've realised I'm looking at the wrong spot on the camera. I'm going to look there and then I'll be looking at you. Take responsibility for yourself. Main thing when we're doing this tap along is to keep really tuned in to the emotion. Try and avoid jumping to the next one until you feel better. You may need to change the words as the emotions change. I highly recommend you also do this video at least once a day until it feels that it's not relevant anymore. And it's not that you're ambivalent about the bushfires, but you have more acceptance for what is right now. Historically, we've had bushfires, of course, in Australia and all over the planet since existence. But because we inhabit the city areas now and we have homes, we're more at risk. So let's begin by taking a nice big breath in. Good, and let it go. And that leads me to the first issue that I've been personally worried about, which is the air that we're breathing. I'm sat in my car, as I say, with the windows open, so there is some pollution coming in. Tapping the side of the hand. Even though I have this fear of the bushfires and what I'm breathing in, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm afraid, the air is so polluted, I wonder what it's doing to my body and to all the animals. I love and accept myself even though I feel this fear right now in my body. Now we're going to tap the top of the head, and I like to use 2 hands. Just really focus on the fear for you and what that means. All this fear, eyebrow, all this fear to do with the bushfires, side of the eye, all this fear about the pollution in Australia right now, all this fear for our planet and the environment right now, all this fear about what we are actually breathing in, chin, all this fear for the harm it may be doing to our health, collarbone, all this fear for my health, breathing in this pollution, under the arm, all this fear for the animals who have no choice, they can't go inside, tapping the ribs, all this fear for what's happening in Australia right now. Big breath in, release, let it go. I'm going to do the 9 gamut, so hand on your heart. You're going to tap that point between your little finger and your ring finger, that little groove in there. So tapping that point, sorry you can't see it, it's just the position I'm in. Keep focused on the fear for your health, for the animals, for people, for your house. Look hard down, left to the ground. Look straight ahead. Look hard down right. Look straight ahead. Big breath in. Release, let go. Keep your head still, but look at the sky or the ceiling as if it's a clock and it's 12 o'clock. Going to go round the clock very slowly, clockwise first, and just tune into the fear. All this fear of the fires. All this fear of the fires. All the way around nice and slow. All this fear of what harm it's doing. When you get to 12, big breath in. Relax and let go. Now other things may be popping on your head. For me, just now, I'm afraid for the pollution, but I'm of course afraid for people's houses, and like I said, for the harm it's doing physically to people and the animals. So back to 12 o'clock, and let's go anti-clockwise. All this fear. All this fear. All this fear for my health. All this fear for the animals. 12 o'clock, breathe in. Relax, let go. We're going to go back to the top of the head. This fear I've been experiencing. Eyebrow. This fear about the bushfires and the impact on people and the animals. Side of the eye. This fear for the planet. Under the eye. This fear about the bushfires. Under the nose. All this fear. And the chin. All this fear. The collarbone. All this fear. Under the arm. All this fear. And tapping the ribs. All this fear. And a big breath in again. And let go. You can rewind to the beginning and do that bit again, but just notice how you're feeling. You may be feeling a bit calmer. Hopefully you're feeling calmer. Now, like I said, it's not about creating ambivalence and I don't care. It's about having acceptance for what is right now. And that often means that we take better action. We take steps to help others, to help ourselves, to do what we can when we're not coming from a place of fear. Back to the side of the hand. I'm just going to work through some feelings of being trapped, because I know some people are feeling really trapped right now. Even though I've been feeling trapped and frustrated, I love and accept myself anyway. And side of the hand, saying it again. Even though I feel trapped and frustrated, I love and accept myself anyway. Top of the head. I feel trapped with the fires outside. Eyebrow. I feel trapped that I can't go out. Side of the eye. I feel trapped. Under the eye. All this frustration. Under the nose. I feel trapped. Tapping the chin. I feel so trapped not being able to go outside. All this trapped feeling. Under the arm. I feel trapped with the fires in Australia right now. Tapping the ribs. This trapped feeling. Big breath in. And let it go. 2 more rounds, I think. We'll go back to the side of the hand. Even though I feel frustrated that I can't seem to help, I love and accept myself, and I choose to let go of this frustration, and I'm open to being able to help in ways that I haven't thought possible before. Even though I feel frustrated, being indoors, not being able to help or stop the fires, I love and accept myself, and I choose to let go of the frustration so I can think more clearly about what I can do. Top of the head, this remaining frustration about the bushfires. This remaining frustration about the bushfires right now. Side of the eye, this remaining frustration, when will they stop? under the eye, all this frustration under the nose. I choose to let it go. I choose to release this frustration. Collarbone. I choose to be at peace right here, right now. Big breath in. Getting hotter in the car now. The window's open, but it's very warm. I think I'm heating up, which is the irony, but I'm okay. We're going to do one last round on the sadness. There's an awful lot of sadness at the moment in Australia, particularly for all the wildlife. So let's go side of the hand. Even though I feel all this sadness for everything that's perishing in the fires in Australia, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel all this grief for people and animals and homes that have perished, I love and accept myself anyway. Top of the head. All this sadness about the fires in Australia. All this sadness for the animals not being able to escape. All this sadness and worry under the eye. All this sadness. They don't have a choice. All this sadness. Chin. All this sadness for Australia right now. All this sadness under the arm, all this sadness around the bushfires in Australia and tapping the ribs, all this sadness. Big breath in, hands on your heart, and let it go. Just in this space, just contemplating how you're feeling in your body. Perhaps there's a sense of acceptance, and once again, not ambivalence or thinking it's okay, but it is what it is right now. So I choose to have peace right now. And from this place of peace and calm, we're more likely to take positive action for ourselves and for others. And that might be for you to share this video so you can help others who are experiencing fear or sadness. It also might be sharing on social media or with friends and family how we can all do our bit to try and reduce the heat and the heating up of the planet. Thank you for listening. Please do take care. If you're in very smoky areas, wear a mask. I've got a mask for when it's a very smoky day. Keep indoors as much as you can. And most of all, be at peace and do what you can. Thank you. Bye-bye.